Cristian Mungiu's Fjord.
Hello from the closing night of the Cannes Film Festival with critic Emma Jones and me, Eve Jackson. Now, the top prize, the Palme d'Or, has gone to a nail-biting drama exploring European culture and tolerance. Starring Marvel actor Sebastian Stan and Norwegian actress Renate Reinsve, it's directed by Romanian filmmaker Cristian Mungiu, and it's called Fjord.
Jag kan titta det, älskling.
For me, it's a film about a certain kind of fundamentalism. And fundamentalism, it's a state of mind. It doesn't really matter for which values you are a fundamentalist. It's a state of mind which prevents you from being empathic and open to the truth of the other.
That was an interview I did with the Romanian director Cristian Mungiu earlier on in the festival. This is the second time he is winning Cannes' top prize, in 2007 as well. It was for 4 months, 3 weeks and 2 days. He also won Best Screenplay in 2012 for Beyond the Hills and Best Director in 2016 for Graduation. Cannes loves him.
Yes, and who can blame them? Because what a talent he is. I loved Fjord for its script. I mean, I thought it was such an icy drama set appropriately in Norway. It's the story of a Romanian father played by Sebastian Stan who moves to Norway with his wife who's Norwegian, that's Renate's part of course, and children, and then they are accused of child abuse, let's say, and I believe it is inspired by a true story that has happened in Norway. It is such an excellent script. Of all the films in competition, this and the runner-up, of course, Minotaur, kept me on the edge of my seat. I think Park Chan-wook is a jury president who loves a good tale, and I think that's why this won.
Also, Sebastian Stan's first time acting in his native language,
Yes,
Romanian. So that
indeed.
was interesting. To another major prize now, the Grand Prix has gone to Minotaur from the Russian director Andrei Zvyagintsev, a fiercely political film about Russia's elite in the shadow of the war in Ukraine. It's a retelling as well of a 1969 French film, La Femme Infidèle, from Claude Chabrol. Emma, this is a symbolic win given the director's long-standing opposition to Vladimir Putin.
Yes, indeed. Well, this is a director, of course, with a long relationship with Cannes and a very successful relationship at Cannes as well. But I thought, again, this was probably just nudges ahead of Fjord as my favourite film in competition this year. Again, it's a subtle, faintly sarcastic, sometimes humorous, darkly humorous narrative. It's set amongst a very rich family in Russia, and it's set a couple of years ago when conscription had started for young Russians to go to the war in Ukraine. As you say, it's a real commentary on, the war, and indeed when Andrei Zvyagintsev was accepting his prize tonight, he called for an end to it and said it would be a happy day when it was over,
And a big comeback for this director who nearly died back in 2021 with COVID. He now lives in exile here in France.
Indeed.
Now, this year's the Best Actress prize now has been awarded to the two leads in the tender care home drama All of a Sudden, French actress Virginie Efira and the Japanese actress Tao Okamoto. Let's take a look.
J'ai passé 1 an en école d'aide-soignante parce que les frais de scolarité étaient gratuits. Si je travaillais dans un établissement affilié après avoir obtenu mon diplôme. Merci. Mais c'était trop tard. 1 mois avant d'obtenir mon diplôme, ma mère a cessé de s'alimenter et elle est décédée à 67 ans.
There we go. That was a clip from All of a Sudden, the winners of this year's Best Actress Awards, the two main actresses. Tell us about their performances.
Well, I feel that possibly Virginia Fira deserved a Best Actress just for learning Japanese as fluently as she did in the film, which you will see in the film that, you know, she was told that she had to learn the Japanese alphabet. It was not phonetic. She really did learn Japanese for the role. Similarly, Tao was speaking French in the film fluently as well. This is a very delicate, and I've got to call it a love story between two women who meet one night, and it's like a coup de coeur, I suppose. You know, it's just something that happens that's very intense and sudden between them, but it's delicate and subtle and beautiful. And as you say, Virginia Fira is playing the director of a care home. Now, there's a lot of philosophy in this film as well, but
about capitalism in particular.
Yes, and how we're all done for, essentially. That's one, you know, in the course of one night, that conversation ensues. But it's a beautiful performance by these two actresses, and they were so emotional coming up to get their prize.
It was very touching indeed.
It was.
To the Best Actor prize now, two people have again been given this award, Valentin Campagne and Emmanuel Makia, in the queer First World War love story Coward from the Belgian director and Cannes favourite Lucas Don. Worthy winners?
Yes, I mean, no one could begrudge them that prize when it was announced. If you see the pictures, they looked so shocked. It was the most natural thing I've seen in Cannes, really. Emmanuel in particular, and then I said this is the first time that he's acted in a film. He was a discovery by Lucas Dont. Valentin has done a bit more acting. Of all the films in competition, I thought Coward was the most beautiful to look at. It was so visual. It's not a standard World War I movie, you know, the misery of the trenches. Here there's light, there's theatre, there's dancing. It's set amongst an acting troupe entertaining the soldiers of World War I, and it's a love story between two young men. Again, something delicate and beautiful and full of promise. And of course, quite a few LGBTQ narratives in competition this year. I think 6 or 7 films had them, and we're seeing these films rewarded.
Yeah, and very interesting film, the importance of art during times of war. Let's move on now to this year's Best Director. Again, 2 winners.
Okay.
Oscar-winning Polish author Paweł Pawlikowski for black and white historical drama Fatherland. He already won, actually, the prize for Cold War in 2018. He will hold the trophy alongside the Spanish directing duo Javier Calvo and Javier Ambrosi for the queer saga La Bola Negra, starring Penelope Cruz and Glenn Close. These are 2 very different films dealing with the impact of war, Emma.
Yes, they're both set in the aftermath or during war. La Bola Negra, the black ball, is one of the narratives in that story, is set during the Spanish Civil War. Again, this is a narrative about queer love. It's 3 different stories set in different times in Spain of young gay men, and it's all woven together beautifully, so you understand what links them all by the end of the film. This was a huge favourite, wasn't it, here? 20 minutes standing ovation at Cannes. A lot of us thought it might win the Palme because it was such a crowd pleaser, but no, Best Director, I'm sure they'll be absolutely thrilled by that, and Penelope Cruz certainly looked very happy about it.
And emotion as well, lots of emotion in this year's ceremony, and that film has been nearly universally liked by the critics. Let's take a look at La Bola Negra.
And Fatherland, of course, set in 1949 Germany when it's been reconstructed after the war. It's about the writer Thomas Mann's trip to Germany. Sandra Hüller, of course, everyone's favourite German actress, is playing Thomas Mann's daughter Erika.
Okay, and that's the other one that won this year's
Yes.
Best Director prize. Now to the jury prize given to the art house movie called The Dreamed Adventure. It's a sort of western set in Bulgaria. Quick word on that one.
Yes, this is by German director Valeska Grisbach. There is a first-time film actress in this film as well. It's set on the Bulgarian border with Turkey, the scene of a lot of smugglers. Yet again, she has cast a lot of non-professional actors in it. It's a fantastic watch and one of the last movies that's shown at Cannes. So it just goes to show you can go last and still be rewarded at Cannes.
Well, there has been lots of things to talk about this year. Lots of politics, lots of queer cinema. Tell us what your favourite moment was.
Well, do you know what? Hard to pick, but the winner of the Camera d'Or, actually, for a first-time feature filmmaker, Ben Imana, Mary Clementine Duzabajembo. Well, after the film premiered, it was the first ever Rwandan film in official selection. It is a very female-heavy film. Most of the parts go to women. Well, anyway, there was some beautiful singing. They performed and sang, I think, spontaneously after the screening. Brought a tear to the eye, as is seeing Ken Loach, the veteran director, honoured here at Cannes.
We love Ken. Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much, Emma, for taking us through this year's awards. 5 of the 7 main awards went to films about war, the First and Second World Wars, the Spanish Civil War, and the Russia-Ukraine War. In a world that feels divided, perhaps that's exactly what great cinema should be doing, holding up a mirror and asking how we got here. Thank you so much, Emma, again. Thank you for your company during the festival, and I'll see you back in Paris very soon.